such as in software engineer. Gender gap in sports. Unequal pay in sports, particularly for female athletes who do not receive equal revenue depending on the sport. Gender gap in mathematics and reading. Generally find that on boys and men in mathematics they are exceed in mathematics, but girls and women are exceed in reading skills. There is gender gap in society also. Despite the fact that in many countries it is common into parents household for both parents to work, but women still spend more time on parenting and housework than men. I think we can reduce gender gap by following ways. First, social integration. Second, women increasing women employment. Third, involving them in active politics and social activities. Fourth, gender awareness among parents. Fifth, giving scholarship to girls. Sixth, spreading awareness against child abuse and violence. And sixth, pay same salary for equal work. And I have including one quote, Hindi quote, that is, जब लड़के लड़की की होती है सगाई, जब लड़के लड़की की होती है सगाई, तो क्यों लड़की की होती है विदाई? And I am concluding this speech with English one quote, that is, a woman is like a tea bag. A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how she is until get in hot water. Thank you.
Any feedback from your side?
Eye contact.
Without देखे भी at least he made eye contact once or twice or not. Because when you are entering a competition, you don't have the paper with you, so it is possible that you have to maintain eye contact constantly. But you do have a paper, and obviously you will at least once or twice look down, right? So now चलेगा. Sit down. बॉडी लैंग्वेज में क्या डिफरेंस आया आपके इनिशियल से अभी तक?
Body language is but is monotonic and much fading.
I won't say it monotonic because as far I remember it is much, at least it has grown 5%. It was not monotonic. Not
fading.
Yes, he was fading. थोड़ा बहुत आपको स्पीड कम करना है. Tone variation मुझे पता चल रहा है because you were fast. Maybe others don't know this, but if you slow it down a little bit, monotonic नहीं हो रहा है आपका. It has been improvised. Second thing, you have included quotations and all. That was very good. Content was good, but you have made points. I have told you not to make points. Connect it one by one like a link. ठीक है, आपको सिर्फ वजह बतानी नहीं है, 1 2 3 करके नहीं बताना. You have to tell it like it is interconnected one by one. हर एक डाटा एक दूसरे से लिंक करता है. ठीक है, तो आपको इस तरह नहीं, lateral नहीं बताना है. ठीक है, आपको वहां पर उसका लिंक बताना, like a web. ठीक है, you have to create that. Improvement हुई है, I can see that. Nervousness थोड़ा सा कम हुआ है, but still there is a little bit because that's why you are going so fast. हाँ, तो थोड़ा बहुत अभी हुआ है improvement. At least 5-6 times आप अगर आ जाएंगे, तो I think there is a lot of room for improvement. Okay, all right. Anybody else? वो रिटर्न फॉर्मेट के लिए था ना आपका,
तो वो चेक फॉर्मेट
मिला नहीं है चेक पेपर. ओके, आई चेक. वो सिर्फ मार्क्स के लिए मैंने दिया था, तो आई जस्ट गिविंग मार्क्स फॉर दैट. Good afternoon to all. My name is Sunidhi, and today I am representing a speech on the topic, should being a mother be a paid profession? First of all, let's discuss the definition of profession. If you will Google it, then you will find the following definition. A paid occupation, especially one that involves prolonged training and a formal qualification. This is some theoretical qualification. Why do we work? To earn money, to be happy, to support, to live. But motherhood can be a paid profession. I don't think so. A mother wakes up early in the morning. Let's take 5 or 6 a.m. Then she continues doing different activities at very same time. She makes her children wake up, dress them up, prepare their lunch for school, then assemble dad's belongings, cleaning home, taking care of grandparents, and she continues doing all such activities all the day till the night and goes to sleep when all other family members are asleep. Let's say 10 or 11 p.m. So now, if we count number of hours she work, how that's not profession? Still, it's more than 15 hours. Minimum every mom works for more than 15 hours a day. Now, if comparing it with any job, I don't think one working 15 hours would get any less salary. When someone asks people, what does your mom do? The answer is, yeah, mom. No, she is just a housewife. Just a housewife? Seriously? I think somewhere in the world of harshness, we forget our mother. We forget their sacrifices. We forget reason of her smile. We forget everything. Now, no one does it purposely, but still, real meaning of mom is now lost somewhere. She do deserve more than that. That is respect, love, appreciation. And nothing can be paid to a mother professionally. Because if a mother started asking for salary, this world would be bankrupted. At last, I would like to say, while I was doing the research for this topic, I again memorized my mother's all sacrifices, all the work she do a day for us without taking a second also for herself. And I would like to end up my speech with a short poem. Mom's smile can brighten any moment. Mom's hug put joy in our day. Mom's love will stay with us forever and touch our life in precious way. The values you have taught, the care you have given, and the wonderful love you have been shown have enriched my life in more ways than I can count. I love you, Mom.
Very good speech.
Yes. Tone was very nice. Content was very nice. You have included not only facts, you have actually connected it with a very basic level that can be relatable to everyone present here. That was very good. Yes. And that emotions can actually be heard from your voice. Body language, yes, you were making eye contact, but ये podium आपके लिए. Yes, this we should avoid using this. It is necessary only when avoid using it. Otherwise, stand here, comfortable है तो ठीक है. Otherwise, you will because most of the time you are much more guided by this rather than emphasizing your importance, right? So this is emphasizing importance, like this is to show your upper body so that your facial expression and gestures will be seen. And this restricts your hand movement, as I can see that. Okay. So this should not be the thing. Okay. Try to watch this and very posture जो है आपका, ठीक है, stiffiness नहीं है, that is very good. That means you are relaxing comfortably. I'm just analyzing all the things that I'm seeing. Also, no nervous tics had been shown. कोई भी ऐसा unwanted movement नहीं है which you cannot control. Like for example, some people do this kind of movements. या फिर आपका जो excess sweating होता है या आपका nervous tics से बहुत लड़के especially move their necks like shaking this kind of movement. ये नहीं. That means you are coming up here and you are comfortable. That is a very good thing. Now you can experiment with how you can press. Once you get comfortable, your only hindrance is that you have to be comfortably coming up here and pressing at the movement and modulating at the movement. Last time वही दिक्कत हुआ है आपका स्पीच में, सबका स्पीच में कैसे हुआ? आपका टाइम कट शॉर्ट कर दिया गया, and after that there was some modification that you did not use the same data that was already used. So these unwanted, unexpected things when happen, it might create some of the nervousness. So we have to now work on that. Understood? Yes, next.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sonam Kumari from BCA and I am going to deliver a speech on the topic Should being a mother be a paid profession? My friends, because her profession is unique and amazing. Like her love without any condition, no one can love or no one can fulfill children's requirements, no one can care like her, no one can sacrifice like her, no one can support like her. So friends, as we know that our mother's love is unconditional, and when one love unconditionally to someone, then money doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is our concern, love, respect, etc. for her. We love our care children with a responsibility to teach them moral values, emotional strength, attitude, social understanding, discipline, and learning success. We do these things with many more sacrifice and reserves, and in return, she loves to listen from others that your upbringing is good. As a sacrifice, she leave her choice profession for nursing her child and try to put her profession values in her child. One more thing, that to get any job, one need a degree, training, experience, qualification, anything. But for being a mother, she don't have these things. Instead, she performs as good as no other profession can perform. We know that in other professions, people get holidays, limited time work, but for a mother's profession, it doesn't happen. Also, if mother will be paid for her profession, then in this case, she will never love her child, and maybe her child, maybe she love in limited time as per her payment. In a concise sentence, I can say that love only as much as money is provide. At last, being a mother is to be a proud moment. So, if someone will ask the mother that if she wants money for her profession, then 100% she will say no. Thank you.
Any feedback from your side? Yes, Anshu. You have given your speech. I have corrected. You can take it. Okay. You can correct. I have corrected it. There are minor mistakes only, one or two. Read it, reread it. If you are comfortable, come up here and correct. All right. Yes. Content I have already corrected. There were minor grammatical mistakes, nothing else. Idea was great. Being presented very greatly. Only thing is there is still a stiffness in your voice. Only problem. Your body is not that much stiff. You are relaxed coming here. There is no nervous tics coming up. You are making eye contact, but your voice is not sounding comfortable. Like it should be sounding confident. It should be sounding emotional. It should be sounding comfortable coming here. That comfort zone is not coming. So you have to work on your motivation and कंटेंट में. अगेन आई हैव टोल्ड यू, अगर किसी को भी कंटेंट में कोई भी दिक्कत आ रही है लिखने में, जस्ट यू कैन गिव मी, आई विल करेक्ट इट एंड आई विल गिव इट टू यू. यू कैन प्रैक्टिस एंड देन कम अप हियर एंड प्रेजेंट. Verbal is not a thing that you cannot learn. It can be learned very easily. The thing that you actually want to work on is your non-verbal, क्योंकि वो बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम लेता है non-verbal बोलने में. Okay? Yes. Next.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ramu Kumar. Today I am going to share, in my opinion, what is the most honorable profession. In your opinion, in my opinion. In my opinion, teaching is the most honorable profession, because if I ask you a questions, which profession so many contribute in the growth of our nations, I hope your answer will be teaching profession, because teachers are just like a whole library. It means they have a lot of knowledge and experience. When you go to the library and issue a book from library in charge, but we all need to know that
book provides me only knowledge, not experience. I mean to say that experience is more powerful than knowledge. How we can say that experience is more powerful than knowledge? Let me explain. For example, a person who have great knowledge of grammar, even after he couldn't find out either quickly in the examinations. On the other hand, but experienced teachers and the students find out either quickly. I want to say that one thing over here, that experience comes from practices and a lot of demands, time. And I think teachers have both things. This is the blessing of my life, who is given by God in the form of teachers. Teachers and professors who have knowledge and experience, they teach that the students whom performance is weak in the class, they focus all of us, but especially focus on that students who is very shy and weak, so that they can enhance our knowledge, their career, and they get greater success and happiness in our life and in every aspect of in every aspect of their life. This is the best sign of experienced teacher and professor. Now I'm going to talk about famous political leader who the best contribution of our building nations. He was also a teacher. Our late president Dr. Zakir Hussain was the vice president of Aligarh Muslim University. He was also the vice president of India. And the second, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, was the second president of India. He was also the professor of Andhra University. He is also a great Indian philosopher, and he believed that teacher should be the best mind in the country. And since 1962, his birthday has been celebrated in India as a Teachers' Day on 6th September every year. At last, I can say that teaching is a noble profession which comes with so much responsibility, duty towards the students. They don't only teach and impart knowledge, but inspire and motivate the students so for life and take important steps in his life. They keep working to boost the confidence of our students and direct them in the right directions. Education is the most powerful tool to change the world. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, any feedback for him? सर बता दो, so I can tell him how to improve.
एंड कर रहे हो तो थोड़ा अच्छा से थैंक यू बोलकर पीछा छुड़ाने के लिए थैंक यू बोलकर डालते हैं.
Okay, the thing is, the only problem that I see is your way of pronouncing the sentences. Other than that, your confidence is very great. And body language, it is just slumped because he was reading like this. Otherwise, he was not like less confident. That's why his posture was like this. Only thing you have to do is read the sentence in a tone that is conveying your emotion, not your accent. ठीक है? उसका pronunciation आपको words का नहीं, आपको sentence का देखना है. That means when you are reading a specific sentence, आपका break हो रहा है sentences में, ठीक है? वो break के लिए आपको continuously एक sentence बोलना है. Continuous मतलब fast नहीं, continuous मतलब एक साथ में या एक लाइन में बोलना, उसको तोड़ना नहीं है sentence को. उसके अलावा कोई प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है? Content was, I think, good. There was nothing that you have to add or you have to change certain things. Yes, it was linked. I think he just made points for certain that why is it important, why all the points that the reasons that he has given was valid. तो उतना आप कर सकते हैं। द थिंग इज कि इंटरलिंक जो है ना वो तुरंत भी नहीं बनेगा, आपको उसके लिए भी थोड़ा सा मेहनत करना पड़ेगा, हाउ टू लिंक ऑल द डाटा दैट आर इनसाइड। अभी के लिए आई थिंक दैट वाज गुड, कंटेंट वाज गुड, सो यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन द प्रोनाउंसिएशन ऑफ द सेंटेंस, नॉट वर्ड सेंटेंस, ठीक है। यस, एनीबॉडी एल्स? अभी जिसका चेक करके दिया मिल गया उसको स्पीच, जिसको मैंने अभी चेक करके दिया मिल गया आपको स्पीच अपना? Yes, read it carefully and if you find any problem you can tell me, ठीक है? Yes, you want to?
Respected ma'am and my dear friends. Good
Yes,
afternoon to
why
you all.
can I hear you talking? क्या डिस्कशन हो रहा है वहां पर? सबको बोला ना सुनने के लिए मैंने। If you are not interested in listening, you can go outside. बैठने की भी जरूरत नहीं।
Respected ma'am and my dear friends, good afternoon to you all. Today I am here to present a speech on the topic, how can we reduce the gender gap in the society? Surely, the gap will be filled completely by establishing gender equality and by providing equal opportunities. But when it is still under uncertainty, gender equality is not a new issue and have been practiced since the ages. Either we talk about discouraged females during revolutionaries during freedom struggle, or sati pratha, or dowry deaths, or female feticide, or a lot more. All are witnessed incidents and some are still present today. The situation changed and evolved, but not completely fixed yet. When we change our perception towards gender depending on their sex, strength, capacity, and capability, inequalities are generally displayed at commercial workplaces and home itself. At home, it is demonstrated in various ways in terms of these values given to the females for their daily errands. This decision making mostly done by the male members and a lot more. At workplaces, women are prepared less as compared to men, seen as a play material, depending on male subordinates and being vulnerable to them. This leads society towards backwardness with orthodox views. We have to make the society realize that a female cannot just run a family but also run the economy by providing them equal and quality education, employment, involving them in social and political activities, arranging social protection programs, and through a lot of other measures. At last, I would like to sum up my speech with a note that it's not about making females stronger. They are already strong. It's all about changing the way the world perceives their strength. Thank you.
Yes, any feedback from your side? आपस में नहीं डिस्कशन करना है, यहाँ बताइए so that I can tell him how to do. Okay, first of all, I have noticed that your agitation becomes more prominent when you're nervous. Otherwise, you can speak fluently. So certainly you're getting comfortable because it was not like it cannot be heard clearly right now. So that is a good thing कि आपका जो problem था pronunciation में या sentence breakage वाला वो ठीक हो रहा है. Because certainly from the first time that you came to the competition that you attended, it was a little bit seen that you actually it was heard from your voice that you were nervous. So that is improving. That is a good thing. Second thing, I don't believe there is any problem in the content, but again, you can improvise it. Everyone can improvise it. Anything that you are including is a good thing. But I have noticed that you only include quotation at the end. Some other students also. You are including quotations only at the end. Why not include in the in between or in the starting, initiating?
And it's not a quotation, I want to say that it's like a note, kind of note.
It's kind of an ending note. Those students who have delivered priorly also agree that you will not making a quotation, you are ending it with a positive note. आप यहाँ पर जो एंडिंग कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, आपने जो कोटेशंस एंड में ऐड किए, उस एंडिंग को मैं ये कह रही हूँ कि कोटेशंस आप जो यूज करते हैं वो सिर्फ एक एंडिंग करने के लिए, स्पीच को एक हैप्पी पॉइंट पे एंड करने के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं या फिर एनी अदर यूज, सिर्फ उसको एंड करने के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं. Alright. So if that is the point, then quotation is used in the end. That is correct. But still, I have not come upon those students who can improvise their speech with including your story or any other unconventional method. You are still introducing your topic with the traditional method. So even those students who have written me or given me those, some students are directly starting to answer the question yes or no. Some students are directly writing it down with a number of reasons why it should be yes or no. Why not include a certain story or certain event, moment that you can capture the audience with? इसमें कोई दिक्कत आ रही है या समझ नहीं आ रहा इसको कैसे स्टार्ट करें? नहीं समझ में आ रहा. All right. Let me give you an example from a topic. Yes, I'm taking this topic as an example. ठीक है. And one more thing, जो example मैं बता रही हूँ वो स्पीच में नहीं लिखना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं कि मैंने यहाँ बता दिया तो फिर वही लिख के ले आया स्पीच में. I'm just giving an example. आप यहाँ पर जो स्पीच लिखते हैं, what is the most humble profession in your opinion? जिस प्रोफेशन को सीधे बैठो सब कोई, आधी नींद आने लगती है क्लास करते करते. आवाज नहीं आ तो बोलोगे नहीं, बोलोगे ना कि मैम आवाज नहीं आ रहा है, बस बैठे हुए रहोगे क्लास में. यस, आपका जो ओपिनियन है, ठीक है, ये वाला जो टॉपिक है इसको मैं एग्जांपल के तौर पे बता रही हूँ. हाउ यू कैन इंट्रोड्यूस इट यूजिंग अ स्टोरी और हाउ यू कैन इंट्रोड्यूस इट यूजिंग अ कोटेशन. ऐसे कोटेशंस यू आर मोस्टली यूजिंग फॉर द एंडिंग पर्पस ओनली, कि उसको एक पॉजिटिव एंड पे आप रखना चाहते हैं स्पीच को, तो आप कोटेशन यूज कर रहे हैं, दैट इज अ गुड थिंग. तो उसको मैं अभी छेड़छाड़ नहीं करती हूँ ताकि आप एटलीस्ट बी कंफर्टेबल फर्स्ट, देन यू कैन गो अहेड विद दैट. यहाँ पर जब आप एक स्टोरी के साथ अगर इसको शुरू करना चाहते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल किसी बच्चे ने कहा था टीचर इज द मोस्ट, यस, teacher, they want to become teacher or they think that teaching is the most prominent or most honorable profession of all. Now, if you include that, or you can include doctors or nurses, those are all things that you can include. If you're including that, mention that moment when you felt that this was the profession that is very much honorable or it should be respected of the most. For example, if a teacher in your class who has motivated you to do a certain thing or to guide you in your life, ठीक है, कोई एक ऐसा टीचर होंगे आपके 11th में, 10th में, 9th में, any point of time in your life when you felt that that particular teacher was the reason why I took the particular stream or why I done something. ठीक है, जैसे for example, if I give it a try, as I have already given you an example of many examples of how my teachers have motivated throughout the examples that I've given. If I want to give an example, when I was 7-year-old in 2nd standard, I was very fond of going on stage and recitation of poem and speeches and debates. But at the age of 7 years, nobody is going to allow you to deliver a speech, right? There were only poem recitation competitions and all for those kind of people. But my teacher took it to heart that this person wants to go ahead and represent her thoughts in front of that. She made me write a poem myself, and she practiced. How she practiced, I'm telling you. She made me stand in front of the class of 6th standard. And a second standard student was standing in front of them, and I have to recite from one end, and she used to stand at the second end. Like, it was a very huge class. Imagine that class which has those stages, little bit stages higher altitude for the teacher to be able to see everyone. That big of a classroom, approx 100 students in the classroom, and I had to practice every day for 1 hour to speak in front of them. And I should be audible to her at the end as clear as I'm audible to this person. That's how I wanted, or I got this experience that speaking is my most powerful element that I have. Understood? You can include these kind of stories from your own point of view, or you can include certain things. For example, any event, आपने सुना होगा APJ अब्दुल कलाम जी से related कुछ teaching, उनके stories हैं जो आप include कर सकते हो. कोई specific ये सर्वपल्ली जी, उनके कोई stories आप include कर सकते हो. Include those kind of things which inspired you to make this decision of this particular profession is the most honorable one. You can include hundreds of data that wouldn't matter, but if you relate that, like her the speech, it was so relatable at the ground level that you can actually imagine. Even her speech was very much ground level. आपका जो जितना आप ग्राउंड लेवल पे रहेंगे, जितना रिलेटेबल डाटा रहेगा, उतना ज्यादा बेहतर आपका स्पीच रहेगा. If you are going to include 100 of reasons why this particular profession is very honorable, nobody is going to remember those things, but they will remember a story at the end of the time, right or not? So try to include those things in your mind. अगर आपको transition में problem आ रही है, for example, you have done with the story and you did not know how to move ahead with the body part or concluding part, right? If that transition is difficult, then what you can do is, as I've already told you, this is how I learn, or this is how I find out that speaking or standing in front of the audience is my biggest strength. This line can be your transitive line. That is, it can make your transition very smooth from the introduction or the story to your body or conclusion, whatever part you want to move on to. ठीक है? इस तरह के statement find out करिए, which can exclusively tell your audience that this is the end of the story, and now there's going to be certain facts or certain conclusion that he or she will be starting to make. ठीक है? टेक्निक समझ में आ गई कैसे करना है?
जैसे कि हम वहाँ स्टार्ट कर गुड आफ्टरनून, तो स्टोरी को स्टार्ट कैसे करना, क्या बोलते हैं?
Start कैसे करना है? Let me tell you some a memory that is very I'm very fond of, and that is the most fond memory of mine. If you're taking the topic of, especially the mother's topic that I have given you, if you're taking that topic, then the most favorite person on this world for me is my mother. And let me tell you a story from back when I was a child. This is, let's take 2 or 1 line. It can already just make them feel that they are going to know a story that is connected to you, and it should not be, it is not necessary that you make it personal only. Okay, it is not necessary कि आपका real story होना चाहिए. It is not necessary that the story should be your personal story. You can include any of the story that should be interesting for your audience. Okay, for example, you can include Justin Bieber's mother's sacrifice, right or not? You can, everyone knows about that, and if you just recite it like your own version of the story, that will be entertaining for your audience. तो बस उनको एक confirmation दे दीजिए कि अभी आप start करने वाले हैं story, and through the transition statement, let them know that the story has ended, and now you are going to make a conclusion or include some facts to add on to the flow. ठीक है? Now, any other doubt that you find that you are difficult to include any of the unconventional methods? देखो transition हो रहा है. I can see a lot of people are not including data and all. That is a very good transition. लेकिन transition आगे भी बढ़ना है, ठीक है? क्योंकि अब आप unconventional method पर आ चुके हैं, अपना point of view present कर रहे हैं. Now you have to move on to the very unconventional method. ठीक है? So I want this scale to go on faster so that you can keep on practicing, and we can include a lot of various number of activities that will help you in speech or any debates or any of the unknown factors that can be included in any competition. ठीक है? Also यहाँ 90 स्टूडेंट हैं, everyday attendance आपका 60 to 70 वेराइज रहता है. Why are only few people participating in presenting? Most of the people are remaining there passive and not participating. See, 1 or 2 times I'm going to give you that freedom that you can just look at other people and listen to them and improvise your own performance. But this is not necessarily be only 10 to 20 students who are regularly participating. क्योंकि आपका जो participation है, first of all, especially for the 80 new students, आपको पता है कि आपका internal marks बहुत ज़्यादा matter करता है, ठीक है? For PBU students, they can always get an assignment of certain things that they will cover up. But for the 18 students, most of the time your internal marks are much more valid than your external marks. It is like a ratio varies for you to be 50-50. And for PBU students, it varies from 30 or 20 to 70 and 60. So I want you all to be very much included in the class. क्योंकि class में आपके जो mark sheets हो रही हैं, ठीक है, आपका पर मंथ असेसमेंट होगा, ये मंथ एंड होने वाला है, सॉरी नया मंथ अभी स्टार्ट हो चुका है. सो आई वांट टू कीप एन असेसमेंट ऑफ ऑल द इम्प्रूवमेंट्स दैट यू आर मेकिंग एंड उसके लिए टेस्ट तो देना पड़ेगा. यस, सो आफ्टर दिस टॉपिक एंड्स, दैट मींस वन टॉपिक फ्रॉम द 4 topics that I have already given you, when you have already performed, the next topic will be your mark, that is your class test. And whenever you are going to present, I am going to mark you on that. क्योंकि अभी आप already 2 speech तो बहुत सारे students दे चुके हैं. The COVID one that I have already given and the first one that is this topic. तो ये series में, and it is not necessary कि जो second speech दोगे उसी का marking होगा. I will give an average marks for the rest of the 3 speeches. That means if you are not doing good about the second speech, your third speech and fourth speech can be improvised. Understood? All right. And those students जिन्होंने submit किया है, I'm free for 1 hour. I will check it and provide you with the answers. Is it all right? अच्छा, वो check हो गया है, but just with me. I didn't know that you wanted to see that. I will give that to you in the next class. ठीक है?
मैम नेक्स्ट क्लास में यही होगा कि क्या आगे होगा.
I have given you ना 4-1. हाँ, if you have presented, have you presented the first one? हाँ, तो second आप कर सकते हो.
फर्स्ट वन नहीं किया था.
नहीं, first one करो पहले, उसके बाद जो second करोगे, second, third and fourth topic would be your marking.
मैम ऐसे नहीं होता है, जिसका पहले इंटरेस्ट है वो पहले कर लो, क्योंकि उसमें थोड़ा ज़्यादा.
नहीं, that is what ना, when you are interested in this topic, you will get full intention to perform it the best one. But the rest 3 topics are certain that you have not chose them, you had to choose them. It is necessary. So that makes it a little bit difficult. तो वो उतना होना चाहिए difficulty level. Yes, and rest of the students, आप लोग को भी अगर correction करवाना है अपना speech, you can submit me. I can correct it and I can provide you at the end.